Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and another little painting video. Today I'm going to paint a little scene which was just down from where I used to live in the Isles of Scilly. It's a beautiful little lane with some cottages running down one side and some trees on the other. So I thought I'd take myself back to that time and just do a little sketch of it in my sketchbook. So let's get stuck in straight away. I'll start off just by dampening the page a little bit. It's warm in here tonight, so I want to help the paint move a bit. I go straight into the sea area, which is back here, and just put that in. I want to have a nice wet wash, keep everything moving down the page. Quite a simple sky because the sky doesn't take up much of the painting, so I want to make that quite simple and not overpowering. Then I'm looking at the trees on this side. Just gonna a few little sky holes there. Coming down a bit yellower, let that run into the sky a little bit. Now for the front of the cottages, they're a lovely warm sunny colour, so I'm just going to run in some raw sienna with a little bit of magenta. I don't mind the blue sky running in. Take that down. Right in the distance here, some lovely warm colours. There's a little bit of grass growing up there. So I'm just working my way down the page, wetting the whole page and filling it full of colour really. Now there's some trees here which are really well lit, bushes, so I'm just going to try and put those in and let that other green run into it. On this side there's some lovely flowers on a wall, really bright. I'm going to whack those in quite bright, and then there's some orange ones next to them. And then the wall runs into quite a bit of lovely shadow colour, which I'm going to put that in now. So basically I'm just tinting the whole piece of paper, doing what I call a ghost wash. I'm just letting it all run in, and then later we'll come back and we'll pull it all together. Let me just tint the floor. There we go. Now I'm going to change brushes to a smaller flat brush and just get some darker trees in here before that dries. So I'm going for my ultramarine, cadmium yellow, let's have a look, cadmium yellow and a touch of magenta. I want it on the bluer side. I really want to get some, almost some blue in there as well. So that's just going to run in. Hopefully it won't run too much. Maybe I should have left it a bit. but we can come back and tighten all this up when it's dried and put some detail in. Just forgot there's a little tree just on this side. I can just pop that in now. Comes right the way down the side of the house there. And I can come and tighten that up again when it's dried. But I'm not going to mess with that too much, because I'll tell you where I will put some more shadow in when I've got the opportunity. Is just down here. So I'm just placing the shadows while the paint's still wet. Just work my way around. That can then run in. And that's about as far as I can go at the moment. If I keep working it, it's going to dry too much. But give that some time to dry. We've got some greens down here. Okay, we'll let that dry and we'll come back to it in a minute. Okay then, now I'm just going to add a few little branches in, just in the sky holes, to make sure the page isn't damp. Just soften them in places with my finger. Works quite well. And in a minute we'll do a little bit more. This is just so I don't lose the spaces where these little twigs are. There we go. It's just a few in this tree as well. Just give them a little soft. Right. I'll go back to my round brush. So I'm now going to mix some cobalt blue, ultramarine blue with some cad yellow and a little bit of alizarin, more blue, it's on the bluer side, a bit of water, just suggest some leaves, so it's not all, where I painted it wet into wet, you lose a little bit of texture, so we're just sort of defining some, it's all about the hard and soft edges. We don't want too many soft edges, we don't want too many hard edges either, so this is just addressing that balance really, and providing us with some hard edges, some definition, so the whole painting doesn't look too woolly. There we go. We'll just leave that like that. It's just a suggestion. And now we'll just move back, just add a little bit of magenta to the cadmium yellow. And I just want to put some detail in here. And then we'll have to come back to this in a bit. There we go. You know, it's always good to know as you're painting, when you actually start out doing a sketch, that it remains a sketch. You don't end up trying to make it into, you know, a full-blown painting, because for me the sketches always stay more lively. And now this shadow down here is really dark in the picture, and it works in the photo, so I'm gonna keep it going here. But there's a few lovely little bright leaf shapes just being caught by the light, and I want to preserve those if possible. Carries on up here. That's it. Just use your there we go. Then it goes all the way down here to the road. That's quite nice. And then eventually we're going to have shadows coming out across the road, which will, again, well, you can use this opportunity now to draw get some of the light in the picture along here. We will be revisiting that area. Just want to soften some of the tops. There is some shadow being cast over the wall, like so. So it just makes those colours a little bit more subdued. And there's a little bit of warm colour down here. We're just going to pop that in now, and that will then be a wall here. Again, it's getting all these darks in because I don't know how many times I've said this. It's in my style of painting. It's the darks that make the lights. So we just put that there. We'll just leave that for a moment. And we'll move to the tree on this side, a bit darker, just to get a little bit of detail in that. It's not so much detail, it's like it's just making it look a little bit more lively without doing too much to it. Again, we'll revisit that in a bit, come back to it, and if it needs some more we'll do something. Now right down the end of the street here, or down the end of the lane, there's a little grassy area, and on that grassy area there's a little what they call a holiday house. So I'm just going to paint that in very, very, very lightly. And again with these little cottages. I'm just going to suggest them. There's the first of the shadows that's coming out over the road. Leave that there. Right, now we're going to move on to this side. And we've got glass in here. So we're just going to, it's just reflecting the blue back. It's like a blue-grey colour. So I'm just going to loosely paint that back, paint that in. And we'll come back and do some more work to that in a minute. And now we're just going to put these little shadows. I want to keep them quite colourful if possible. Will I put my head on the camera? No. But I want to keep it all quite bold. Got some rather nice big shadows under there. And there. And we have the same. We have the gutter coming along here, and that's casting a rather nice big shadow along the side of the house. There. And that same shadow comes down there. So I'm painting that ever so simply. I'm not getting bogged down in too much detail because it will become messy. Oh, there's a roof there. And now I want for this part here, there's a shadow. It's a nice warm shadow. I haven't quite got the right warmth in it, so I'm just going to put a little bit of burnt sienna in there just to try get it, and it casts quite a nice shadow down over the wall there. And where else we got a shadow? Inside this window we get quite a nice shadow cast. And the same with this one. There's a door down here. We'll put this in. I'm just going to go for a complete stroke down. But this is just kind of showing you how quickly, you know, you don't have to be, you know, slaving away to paint a picture. You can create a very nice impression of a scene very quickly. Right, now we're going to put the shadow across the road. For that I want sort of quite a warm, this one. Some more blue. go. There's a little bit down there. And then, where else have we got to go? What I want to do actually is just add a little bit of texture on this wall. So I'm just going to add some colour, then soften it in places. Maybe just catch a bit of that, because it does look a bit too smooth. Well, there you have it really. There's my impression of that little scene. The Isles of Scilly. Let's drop that window in. And that's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from that. Don't forget, if you want to see more of my stuff, you can always join my website where I have videos that you can't find on YouTube, but they're like tutorial videos. There's lots going on there, and there's also a forum there where you can put your paintings up for critiquing. Myself or somebody else will come and have a look. So anyway, the link to my website is beneath the page, beneath the video, and also my Facebook page if you're interested in having a look at those. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you come back for more. Bye for now.